Okay guys, bear with me whilst I attempt to vlog. This is day one of Realmathon and I have decided to film my experience, so I'm going to vlog my Realmathon experience. If you don't know what Realmathon is, it's a readathon that lasts the whole month of March, and Cassidy over at Covers with Cassidy is the host. I will leave her announcement video down below in the description box if you want any details on how to join, how to get involved. If you want to know anything about it, it will be in Cassidy's video. That being said, it's March the 1st at midnight and I've decided I want to get a head start. I want to start now. I want to start right now. So it's midnight UK time and I've decided to pick up my first book. I did a poll in the Realmathon Discord and asked which book I should pick up first. You all voted Malice by John Gwynne, and I'm really excited this one won because it's the one I want to get around to first too. It was really close and I think by the time I closed the poll, the other book actually ended up winning afterwards, but I'd already closed the poll, so unfortunately we have to count Malice. But it's not unfortunate for me because this is the first book that I want to get around to. The other one that got really close was Midnight is the Darkest Hour. So I think I might start this one after Malice, or maybe like start Malice and then read a bit of this in between. We'll see. But these are the books that I want to get around to. These are on my TBR, my official Realmathon TBR. And then if I get them done, then I'll pick more to read from. But I'm just so excited to get started, so I'm going to read some of this tonight. I might not update you tonight because I might read some of this and then go to bed. Tomorrow James is going to get his haircut in town, so I'm going to go along with him and maybe have a look around the shops and maybe buy some books. But I'll keep you updated when I can. It'll be sometime when I wake up tomorrow probably. Okay, I'm sorry if you can hear my dogs pottering about, but quick update. I'm about to go out with James into town and do a bit of book shopping, but I just wanted to let you know I did start Malice last night and I got about 20 pages in, so I'm not that far in, but I just wanted to say that so far I'm really enjoying John Gwynne's writing and I love the atmosphere and the characters in this book so far, so it seems really promising and I'm excited to get back to it today. My plan for today is just to go out, have a look at some books, see if I can pick up anything that I think I would like, and then get back to reading. I'm literally gonna come home, do what I need to do and get back to reading. I'm literally just gonna sit my bum on the sofa and read Malice for as long as possible today. Okay, we're back from shopping. It's about 2 o'clock now. I've read another chapter of Malice when we just stopped off for some coffee, but now I'm gonna really get into it. But before we get into it, I thought I'd just show you the books that I bought today. And first of all, we went into the charity shop that I usually go in, and a lot of the time recently I've been walking out with like 4 or 5 books from there, so then I don't go buy anything else from like Waterstones or anything. But today I went in and I only found one book that I wanted, and it was One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Any other of like Taylor Jenkins Reid's books I won't buy brand new because I feel like I've read the best of the best. I feel like The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo is going to be my favourite of hers either way, so I don't really feel like buying the rest of her books brand new. when I see Taylor Jenkins Reid's books in charity shops, I'm going to pick them up. So I found this one in a charity shop. And I do want to read it. I think she's one of my favourite authors, to be fair. I love her writing. I would like to read her backlog. So yeah, I decided to pick this one up, but there was nothing else in a charity shop that I wanted. So yeah, then we went into Waterstones, and I don't usually pay for my books full price. Like, if there's no reason for me to be buying books, then I don't usually. But I've just been really craving buying some new books lately. We popped into Waterstones and I had a little look to see if there was anything that piqued my interest. And the first one that caught my interest was Bright Young Women. I've seen this around, and I think this is based off some true crime. I think it's a fiction book, but I believe it's fiction based on a true crime that had happened. I need to have a little look into it, but I've been hearing great things about this book, so I do want to give this one a go. And then because this one was buy one get one half price, I decided to buy The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi because there was nothing else that I wanted. I haven't really had my eye on this one, but I know people really love it, and I know people love this author, so I thought, why not? It was the only book that was in with that buy one get one half price deal that held any interest to me, so I decided to pick this up, and we'll see if I enjoy it. I don't know when I'll end up picking this one up. This one will probably be on my TBR for a long time. And then one book I felt like I couldn't leave was The Count of Monte Cristo. This has for some reason just been popping up everywhere, like on Booktube and stuff. I've just been seeing people reading this lately and absolutely loving it. It seems to be one of those classics that are really like holding up, because I know there's obviously a lot of classics that people still love to this day, but I usually hear like a 50-50 side with classics, that some people really hate it, some people really love it. With The Count of Monte Cristo, all I see is love around it, and I do want to read some more classics and see if I can find any favourites. And I am a sucker for a big book, and this is a big book. I don't know when I'll get around to it. It's over 1,000 pages long, and I think they've just read this for the Game of Tomes challenge. It's a challenge that I'm getting involved in, a readathon that I'm getting involved in later on in the year for a couple of big books, but I think they just did this one in like January, February time, so I've just missed out on joining them with that. But it just keeps looking at me, and I needed to pick it up, so I'm so happy I've got a copy of this. And then the last book, I was really undecided in whether to buy it or not. So obviously with all the Dune hype that's going around at the minute, I felt myself feeling a bit of FOMO. The second movie's coming out this week, I think. When the first movie came out and people were reading the books and everything, and like the initial hype was around it, I wasn't that interested, and I didn't think it would be for me. I still feel like it might not be for me, but now I need to know. Like, I've got that itch to know, and all of a sudden the mood reader in me wants to pick it up like now. So I saw this edition. I saw like an old school edition of it, and I quite liked it, and I was going to get it. But then James said that I should get the fancy edition, the new fancy edition, because if I don't like it, he'll keep the edition. He'd want the fancy edition. So I got the new fancy edition, which, to be fair, it is so beautiful, stunning. So I am happy that I've got it. I just hope I like it now. And then sprayed edges. Ooh. So yeah, that's my little haul. I want to read them all now. The mood reader in me is like, read them all now. So you can see how Realmathon's gonna go already. But I am still very interested in Malice. So luckily I'm enjoying this so far, and this is what I'm going to do for the rest of the day now, just read this. I feel like I might have made a bad choice by picking up a big book first, but I want to put no pressure on this readathon. I don't want to try and blitz through books just for the readathon. And I know there's still books that I can use for the readathon that will work, that are smaller. Some short stories that I can read, there's some mangas that I can read and things like that, but I want to put them off till like I feel like reading them. I don't want to just use them to use them. So I'm really interested in Malice at the minute, so even though it is a bigger book and it might take me a bit longer to get through, it's what I want to read.
watching the playback, welcome to Kickoff Sprints, and let me know down below what you are reading. And if you are here live, I would love to know what team you're on by some sort of emoji, and you can also let me know what you're reading. There are a lot of people here. I will probably not be clicking on every comment, but I will do my best to try. And I have all my lovely co-hosts here, which I will make introduce themselves. If you have no idea what this is a kickoff for, it is a month-long readathon called Realmathon that I host every year. It's competitive.
Hello, it's the next day. It's actually the 2nd. Can you hear James singing? It's actually the 2nd of February now. I got just over 100 pages. I think I'm like 150 pages into Malice. I'll give you a little update on that in a little bit. I just wanted to check in because I didn't check in last night. I watched some sprints. I watched the Realmathon kickoff sprint, did a bunch of reading, went to bed, didn't update you, and then woke up this morning, watched a Walking Dead with James, had a coffee. We're about to take the dogs out, go for a nice walk. I might put something on, like I might put an audiobook on because I know James has started a couple of audiobooks too, so we might just both listen to audiobooks while we walk the dogs. So I don't know what I'm going to listen to because I don't want to listen to Malice unless I've got the physical book with me. So I need to pick an audiobook, go for a walk with the dogs, and then I want to do a bit of an exercise, get a shower, maybe do some editing of this vlog, and then get back on with Malice. Before I start back on with Malice, I will give you an update on how I'm feeling about it and what's going on and whatnot. Okay, I'm doing terribly. I feel like the days are just going so fast and I'm not getting in as much reading as I want. I will give you an update on Malice soon, but I'm just waiting for some food. But basically today's update is we went out with the dogs, we came back and I did a run. I've decided to start taking up running, get my stamina built back up. I've been feeling really unhealthy lately and I just want to get myself feeling young and healthy and fit again, hopefully. I feel really good after that run, and whilst I did the run and whilst we walked the dogs, I decided to listen to the audiobook of The Secret History. This is on my TBR for this month, but also it's a reread from last year. It was my favourite book of last year and I've been wanting to pick it up ever since I put it down. So I'm really enjoying this one. I think I'm on like chapter 3 or something. The chapters are really long, but it's really atmospheric. Sorry if you can hear my washing machine going off. It's really atmospheric. The audiobook is really atmospheric. I love the audiobook and I just love the characters. I love being with these characters so much. They're probably my favourite bunch of characters and I'm just glad I've picked this one back up. I was going to listen to Personal, which is like book 18 or something, I could be wrong, in the Reacher series, Jack Reacher series by Lee Child, but if you've seen one of my other videos, I can't remember where I mentioned it, but I'm struggling with that series now and I think I've lost all interest, so I've decided to DNF that book and I've moved on to The Secret History, which I'm thoroughly enjoying. I will give you an update on Malice. I'm just gonna have food, get a shower, and then we're gonna get back into Malice, so I'll give you an update before I get back into it. So I've just came downstairs because me and James want a refill of our waters. I've just been in the shower and I've decided to finally carry on with Malice. I haven't picked it back up yet. I am going to pick it back up for a little bit tonight and I probably won't get much done. I'm already recognising that I don't think I'm a great vlogger. The light's probably not great. It's changing left, right and centre. The washing machine, you could probably hear going off all day. It's chaos, but here we are. So Malice, I want to tell you about Malice. I'm on page 159, which I'm trying not to kick myself about. I think that's good. I did that in like kind of one sitting yesterday. I did it in a few sittings, but I had very small bits of reading and then I did a big chunk last night and I think that's good. Like I'm not mad about it. I've done 70 odd pages of The Secret History today and I'm going to carry on with Malice tonight. I probably won't get much in. Like I said, we're going to do a bit of gaming with friends tonight and then tomorrow morning we've actually got a double date. We're going to go into town again and have a little breakfast lunch date and then I'll probably come back and actually read and maybe I'll get probably won't get it done. I'll probably get somewhere, I'll get further I'll get further. I can promise you that, I think. But so far, I'm enjoying the writing. I like the writing a lot. The atmosphere is great. And I'm really enjoying a couple of the characters. So some of the characters that I'm still finding them hard to follow in a sense that I'm not really sure who they are, and I probably should be picking up on that by now, but I do find it hard when there's like multiple POVs and multiple characters. Like first time reading it takes me a while to connect the dots, and I've found that there's just like no chapter summaries online to tell me what's going on and who's who. Not a lot's happened yet. At the end it literally says, and with their coming will be a war to end our wars. So it's like a build up to that is what I'm gathering. It is slow, but I don't mind it because I am interested and I am invested in the characters. There's a couple of characters that I really enjoy, and I particularly enjoy Corbin's point of views. So when his chapters come up, I'm like totally hooked and really enjoying his point of views. That's my thoughts on it so far. It's took me a little while to get back here to tell you my thoughts on it, but it's quite good because not a whole lot's happened either. It's just a bit of a build up. So yeah, I'm going to try and do better. I'm hoping this vlog has gone well. I haven't done any editing yet, and I was going to do some tonight, but because I want to get some reading in, I'm basically getting reading in whilst James gets a shower and things like that, and then we're settling down and we're going to play some games with friends, so I won't have a lot of time to read. So it's kind of either reading or editing, and I feel like I can read some tonight and I can do both tomorrow. I could read and edit tomorrow after our little double date in the morning. So we've been out for breakfast and we've just got back, and I may have popped into Waterstones again today, and I found this Dark Academia anthology. That's the only book I bought, I promise. I think we're going to go for a nap because we're tired, and then hopefully I can get to some reading and do what this vlog is actually meant to be about. We actually have a reading update. So I'm on page, try to do this with one hand, 220 of Malice, and I felt like I was kind of plodding along with this book. I was enjoying it, I was enjoying the atmosphere and the characters, but I didn't feel strongly towards it. I think it's a great book and I think it's written really well, but there was something holding me back from feeling really strongly about it. And it is a slower paced book, and I believe this is his debut novel as well, so like it's understandable that it might be a little bit slower than any of his other things. I don't know because I haven't read his other things, but I'm kind of giving him a little bit of room because it is a debut book. There was just something that was holding me back, and I'm not quite sure why. I'm on page 220, and the last chapter I've just read, it was a Corbin chapter. I've been enjoying Corbin chapters anyway. I just felt like I was really into the book from this moment, so hopefully that sticks. And yeah, I really enjoyed that chapter, and I just felt like I was finally getting to the pace with the book, if that makes sense. So I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm gonna go get a shower. James is cooking dinner, and I'm not sure if I'll get any more reading done tonight. I'd love to, but we're planning on doing some more games again tonight. Weekends are actually harder for me to get reading in because James is off work and we like to spend time with friends doing some gaming and whatnot online. So I might actually get the majority or all of this done through next week, hopefully. It's March the 4th. Day 4 of Realmathon. Today's plan is to go walk the dogs. We've just watched The Walking Dead, had a cup of tea. We're on season 7 of The Walking Dead now. We've been rewatching it. For those who don't know, who don't follow me on Instagram and have been seeing my updates, been rewatching The Walking Dead. James has never got past like the first season. I got to about season 8 before I gave up, so still rewatching. It's definitely slowed down a bit. First 5 to 6 seasons were the best in my opinion. We watch The Walking Dead almost every day with a cup of tea or coffee in the morning. We're going to go walk the dogs now, and then when I get back I need to film a couple of videos. I'm going to try, whilst I'm vlogging this month, I'm going to try and bulk film, so I have a bunch of videos to go in April, and hopefully that way I can start doing it that way instead of like trying to play catch up every week. On the walk, I'll probably listen to some more of The Secret History. Last night I got to page 280 of Malice and I'm really enjoying it now. I feel like we're getting really into the flow of things and I want to get back to it. So I want to read The Secret History through audiobook whilst I'm on the walk, come back, do a couple of videos, and then I need to do my run. So I'll probably listen to more of The Secret History while doing that. I need to make lunch. I need to get editing done. And I also want to get back to Malice. So I don't know which order I'll be doing all those things in. That's the plan for today. quick update because I've been reading Malice and I'm nearing the end. I'm on page 586 out of 628, I think it is. And I'm really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying it. I've just had a Corbin chapter and I just love Corbin so much and I just want the best for him, and I'm nervous. I'm nervous about how this is going to end. I'm nervous about how it's all going to come together. So far there's been little battles, little fights, training, things that have came out of the woodworks, all this tension and all these conflictions and things like that building up to this ending, and I don't know what's going to happen and I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. And I also feel like there's a few things that we don't know about yet that could carry on into the rest of the series that we won't find out like in this book, because I'm like, how are we going to sum this all up in the last 50-60 pages? But I don't know. It doesn't look like I'm going to get 2 books done this week. I did want to get Malice and the Secret History done. I'm aiming to get Malice done tonight and then edit this vlog tomorrow. It's the 6th today, so I'm going to edit this vlog tomorrow on the 7th and hopefully get it up for you guys on the 8th. That's my aim. I was gonna vlog until the last minute, so like sometime tomorrow, but I don't think there's a point. I think I'll get this done and nothing else. I'll probably carry on reading The Secret History, but I'll be able to update you on that in the second vlog. 1 book in the week, but it's fine. I started with the big one on my TBR. Usually I would read like this as like, I would pick a bigger book and have that as like my background book, because I read multiple books at a time usually. So I would, if I was going off my TBR for instance, which has like Midnight is the Darkest Hour and My Darkest Prayer on it, which are like smaller, easier thriller reads, then this big high fantasy, epic fantasy, 600 odd page book, then this would be the one that I went through slowly over the month, and I would be reading other books alongside it throughout the month. But because I'm doing Realmathon and because I'm vlogging, I didn't want it to be scattered, so I wanted to kind of focus on 1 or 2 books at a time, just for it to be a bit clearer and make sense. So if I do follow on with the rest of the series, which I assume I will be, I don't know if I'll do it in Realmathon. It might be in April time or afterwards at some point when I want to get around to it. I'll probably read it in that way, so take a bit more time with it. I have enjoyed this, but I think I would have took it naturally at a slower pace, even though this has taken me a week and it's took some people that's doing the Realmathon like a day or 2 to read. It's just not my usual pace for a book like this. Also, a little side note on my day, I did my 3rd run today, and with this Couch to 5k thing that I'm doing, I've got an app that I'm doing, you get a set of 3 runs. You do the same run 3 times basically over the space of a week. So I've done my 3rd one today, my 3rd and final one of that set, and I found it a lot easier than the 1st and 2nd one, and I feel like I am ready to up the level now. So on Friday I will be starting my 2nd set of runs, which go up. Basically you spend more time on it, they get a little bit more harder as you go along, but I just wanted to update you on that because I am enjoying it, which is a surprise. Yesterday I felt a bit sluggish, and then today I woke up feeling the same, and I said to James, I'm not sure if I am ready to do this run today, but because I had like planned it and I said to myself I was going to do this, I just did it, and then a couple of minutes in I was really enjoying myself. Me and James have also said we might start going on some runs together at a nice like place near the beach that's not far away from here. We're gonna build up a little bit more and do it for a bit longer, then we're gonna go there and do some runs together, so that'll be fun. But yeah, that's all I've got to update you on. I am going to try and finish this now tonight or first thing in the morning, and I will update you on my full thoughts with it, and then hopefully you are seeing this on Friday. It's Thursday, I need to edit this video. I finished Malice. I'm leaving it up there because I can't be bothered holding it. I finished Malice last night. I really enjoyed it. I think I'm giving it like a 4.5 star rating. Do you ever read something that makes you like question your other ratings? I'm so sorry if you can hear my washing machine again. Honestly, this vlogging life is not for me. First week vlogging, and I've learned so much already, and it's get better at timing you filming. And also like I'm wearing the most creased top right now because I'm having a washing day. I'm just washing everything. And I just threw this on. I'm just having a day. So apparently I need to do better in life to be able to vlog. We're rolling with it. We're rolling with it. It's fine. This is about Malice. We won't concentrate on the crease top or the washing machine going off in the background. Yeah, anyway, have you ever read anything that like you rate it and then you question like your recent ratings? So I rate this a 4.5 star rating, but I rated The Song of Achilles a 4.5, and I think I'd knock it down to just like a straight up 4. Malice was like so close to a 5 star, and I feel like The Song of Achilles didn't give that. It was really good and I felt like it was going to take over my life, but it didn't. It was just a strong book, but this, like, I felt the feelings. I felt the feelings for the characters. The only reason it gets a 4.5 is because there was a lot of build up. It took a while to get there. I didn't mind it, but it definitely could have been a little bit faster paced at the start. Other than the slow build up, I loved the fantasy elements. I loved the characters. This book was inspired by Game of Thrones, I think it was like inspired by Game of Thrones and another series, and I definitely see the Game of Thrones inspiration. But what I can say that this book does better than Game of Thrones is making it actually care for the characters. As much as I have previously loved Game of Thrones and have enjoyed some of the characters, I don't feel that strong connection towards any of them. Like, if any of them died, I don't think I'd be that bothered. Like, if any of the characters that I liked died, I don't think I'd be that bothered in a Game of Thrones. There's lives at stake in Malice that I care about, and I'm really nervous about them, and I'm nervous to go into the rest of the series because of that. But I can't wait to pick back up again in book 2 and see what's going on. There's some unanswered questions and I need to know. It was a great reading experience. So glad I got around to it, and hopefully I can get some more books done in the second vlog because I'll be getting on with some more lighter things. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed my first vlog. Hopefully I get better at this. I hope everyone's having a great Realmathon so far. Let me know what you've been reading, what team you're on. I'm Team Shadows, so if you're on my team, come say hi. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next Friday. Bye!